What's happening with you, bro? What's your name?
I already know. I'm woke.
You already know. What you woke to, bro?
No motherfucking meat.
Say it again. You said no meat? What you woke to, though? You know about the Israelites? What you know about? Let's talk. I see you got the beard. You're doing some things, but what's up with the cross on your neck? So why you wearing it then? Nah, you know what the Bible say real quick? Let me show you that real quick. Let me show you. For sure. This is what you should believe in too.
This is my question.
What's your question?
So if I remember correctly, 1725, we've been taken over. White man had it, we couldn't read or write for 1,000 years.
All right.
So where was the worship at then?
What was what worship?
What was the Bible, bro?
Oh,
the Bible was given to us.
Yeah, we've always had the Bible.
This is our land.
We've always had the Bible.
Yeah, but
guess
they
what?
added to it.
Guess what? Look, we've had the Bible under lies.
Right.
Let me show you something real quick. Give me this real quick in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Let me show you something. Yes, King James Version, 1611.
How many men he raped?
Hold on 1 second. King
James raped a whole bunch of people, bro.
Now, those are lies that were being told to you by a white man. A white man hated King James. He was a black king of the Scots.
So when did black people was able to read and write again?
Hold on. Let's do one thing at a time. Read this real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So God prophesied that the children of Israel would go into slavery and we will serve our enemies. That's the so-called white man, right? Because you're talking about slavery, right, Reed?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent the so-called white man against us and enslaved us, Reed.
And hunger, and in thirst.
We served them for food and in thirst for water, Reed.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things.
We would serve our enemies in a want of all things. Meaning what? We would have to go to our oppressors, right, to learn about religion. So what nation of people set up theological schools, seminary schools? Who set these schools up for the pastors in the Christian church to go to? Who set those schools up? Who set these places up? The so-called white man, right? The same people who indoctrinated us and lied to us. Now, of course, there's no argument. We couldn't read or write. So, hold on, wait. We couldn't read or write. So we would, hold on, listen. We couldn't read or write. But now we know how to read and write, right? So a lot of times people gonna say, well, this is a white man's book. Let's get another one. Read that.
This is the book of Song of Solomon in chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
So we can read now. I no longer believe that Christ is a white man.
They don't give you no education.
Look at that.
They give you
we no longer believe that Christ is a white man.
Book and say that, look, follow this book, or I'm gonna beat your ass every day.
Right.
Enslave your people. Rape your wives. Work your daughters.
You're talking about these people. You're talking about these people.
I'm talking about corporations.
You said we couldn't read and write, but now we know how to read, and I'm reading to you some things that they've lied to us about in these different religions.
Bring it out.
You understand? The white men have been lied to us.
How you believe they religion?
This is our heritage. This has always been our heritage. If you couldn't read and write, and I gave you and reintroduced you and manipulated your mind.
So we spoke English?
Yes, we spoke the languages of our oppressors, the people that enslaved us. Yes, our original languages were Hebrew.
So what was World War
Give me the book of Jeremiah real quick.
What was World War I?
Thank you.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
You know what a heritage is, bro? God prophesied that the children of Israel would discontinue from their heritage under the oppressor of the white man. Meaning we would, hold on 1 second. Let me finish my statement.
I'm gonna ask you this.
We will forget our identity.
If I'm about to jump off the road,
hold on 1 second, bro.
I got Muslim, Christians.
All right, bro. Listen,
Asian
you don't want to hear the word. You don't want to
heaven. So if I grab your rope, I mean everybody else go to hell?
Are you
if he grab the other
listen,
rope, everybody else go to hell?
let me ask you something. You're not willing
Bro,
to
you
hear.
can't be serious.
You're not willing to reason with your brothers.
Reason with what?
If you
So that
have
means
good
all my Asian
understanding,
brothers going to
brother,
hell.
if you have good
All my
understanding,
Muslims going to hell.
you wouldn't be confounded right now.
I don't need a
You're
book.
stressed right now because
Oh,
you feel
that don't
the
sound right.
you've confounded. Read this. Read it again. We're gonna show.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Come on.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
We discontinue from our heritage under white supremacy. Right? They told us that we were black or African American. They told you you were Mexican. They told you you were Native American. Right? They didn't call you Judah, Benjamin, Levi. The white man didn't call us the names of the Bible.
Right.
You understand? They indoctrinated us, and then they told us that Christ is a white man,
Right.
the angels is white,
Right.
and God is white. We don't argue those things, but then we come out here with the proper understanding because what? We can read now, and we see the lies that they told us it's not true, that the Bible is true.
Why isn't it just one religion that we all supposed to love one? And we all the same?
Read this.
Why
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
What the white man do? Read.
Laid open the book of the law,
They took our records. Read.
wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
What the white man do? What he do?
Sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So that is something called iconoclasm.
Right.
During the Dark Ages, when we were the kings of this earth, they took our images and they whitewashed them.
Right.
You understand?
Where they
That is
burnt
our
it
history.
Where they burnt
So,
it out in those
and that's true. But now the point is, we know how to read now, so we have to uncover the lies. Islam is a lie. Catholicism is a lie. Buddhism is a lie. All these religions is a lie.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.